everyone, welcome to MidWeek Musings episode 10. Because it's episode 10, we're ringing in the gimmicks to sustain the interest as this thing goes on. So what we're going to do is start a thing called the Cutaway Competition. You might have noticed in between scenes in MidWeek Musings, we often show a streetscape in Epping or Eastwood or around the local area. Now, if you can identify the street and email me with the street name and your favourite chocolate bar, if you're the first one in, I will make sure that chocolate bar gets to you, just the normal size, no promises of giant things. So email me at Nathan, reid, R-E-I-D, at eppingbaptist.org.au. The second thing we're doing is we're starting a cooking segment. Now it's classic morning teas from Epping Baptist Church, morning teas, and we're going to have a recipe, and our hope is that you cook it up and enjoy it as you enjoy church online on a Sunday morning. As restrictions ease and you can have 5 people over, perhaps you can have 5 people over and you can watch church together and then enjoy the recipe. Perhaps you could cook it up and deliver it to someone else. So we would love you to cook these simple but really tasty recipes and then pass them on to someone else, or enjoy them, of course, yourself. So the first chef we have for us this time is Katrina Collins, who cooks her legendary slice with the little chocolate buttons on top. So that's coming to you right now. But remember, look for those cutaways.
Hello, if you don't know me, I'm Katrina, and I have been on the morning tea roster for probably about 8 years now. I think we've been coming to Epping Baptist for a bit over 9. So I got on the morning tea roster fairly soon, thanks Corinne. And unlike our lovely friend Anne, who taught us how to make dumplings, I am not a skilled cook, but I'm high output and I'm lazy, so all my recipes that I cook repeatedly are ones that are quick, easy, throw into the bowl, whiz it round, and turns out okay. So my recipe that I usually make for church morning tea, it's partly because my children request it a lot, and it's out of this recipe book, the Epping Public School recipe book, Golden Squares by Mrs. Townend, Sam's kindy teacher. And the recipe, she says in here, was given to her by her mum, and now I make it a lot with a little bit of a tweak of my own. So in here, flour, brown sugar, coconut and vanilla. In here, butter, the real stuff tastes best, and golden syrup. I'm going to melt this and pour it in, and there's not much more to do after that. I've melted the butter and golden syrup, put it in, mixed it around, pressed it in my pan. Pan is 20 centimetres by 30 centimetres. I greased it first, it's pressed down, and the recipe that from here says you can ice it with chocolate icing if you like, or have it plain. But because I'm a lazy cook, don't want to make a second pan dirty, I discovered one day that it tastes really good if you stick one of these on. Milk chocolate melts. You could use dark chocolate as well if you want to. Don't use white chocolate because it burns. But milk chocolate melt, put it on the top in a 6x4 pattern, which, if you know your times tables, 6 4s are 24. With the idea that when you cut it up, this little thing is in the centre of each square. And so we'll put that on top, we'll bake it in the oven, and we'll do it for only 15 minutes. So this is a really good recipe. It's quick, it doesn't need an egg if you've run out, and it tastes good. But don't eat too many pieces, because when I choose things for the church morning tea roster, I'm not really thinking about your waistline. I'm thinking about what tastes good. Anyway, golden squares, hope you recognise them. Hope you enjoy making it at home. It's really yummy. My kids love it. Bye. Here it is, cut it up when it's cool into 24 squares.
Thanks, Katrina. That is such a tasty slice. I've rushed out of church a few times just to get to that morning tea table first to try it. So it's your chance to enjoy it before I've eaten it all. So next, it's actually National Schools Workers Week. No, it's not. I just made that up. It's not a thing. But it is a very special week because we've launched our Schools Worker virtual online night that you can chase the details down in your weekly church email, and you can get the link and the password to watch our Schools Worker coffee and cake night online this year. But anyway, I thought, just in case you missed out, for our EBC People Profiles this week, we'd feature Nick and Dash. Enjoy.
My name's Nick McInerney.
Hi, my name is Dashana Asivardhan, otherwise known as Dash.
And I spend most of my days as the chaplain at Epping Boys High School.
So I spend most of my days as a school chaplain at Cheltenham Girls High School. But other than that, I also spend my days as a daughter and a sister and a friend.
I started coming to Epping Baptist Church with my family, Jane, my wife, and our boys, Zachary and Samuel, a bit over a year ago. Largely because of the relationships that Jane and I had developed, her teaching at Cheltenham Girls High School and my chaplaincy at Epping Boys High School with the community. We just felt so loved and supported by so many of you guys at Epping Baptist Church, but also in the surrounding area, that even though we live in Gladesville, we felt called to come and join in the membership at Epping Baptist Church. So a big thank you to all of you for making us feel so welcome and loved in what we do, and that's largely the reason that we've chosen to continue on.
So what made me walk through the doors of Epping Baptist Church? Well, there are a couple of reasons. I guess the main one was that I had started my job at Cheltenham and I wanted to get involved in a local church in the neighbourhood so that I could get to know some of the students and teachers who came to the school, but so that I could also help to connect girls and teachers from the school back into a local church. So that was the main reason there. But the other reason for me was I was looking for a new church in that season of my life. And I had friends from both my time at uni and at Bible college who went to Epping Baptist. And so that made it all the more appealing to come and check out this church. What's kept me at Epping Baps has been the number of friends that I've made there. It's starting to feel a lot more like home now. I've been at Epping Baps for a couple of years now, and I'm part of a really great life group. I have people to do dinner with after church on a Sunday night. It's really nice to be part of a vibrant, multi-generational and multicultural church, and I think that's what the kingdom of God looks like. And it's really nice to be part of a church that has that there.
My favourite ISO hobby, I probably have developed several ISO hobbies. I'm quite enjoying being at home and having some extra time. Probably the fittest that I've been in several years, probably since starting our family 5 years ago. That's been great, having extra time to do some exercise, but I've also dusted off the electric guitar and am doing some more cooking and learning extra recipes like a lot of us are, and just generally spending a lot more time out at the parks, riding bikes and scooters with the boys.
My favourite isolation hobbies have been knitting, reading more, going for very long walks, and trying to up my cooking skills with mixed levels of success. Otherwise, I'm Netflix binging, currently working my way through The Last Dance, as I'm sure a few others at church are as well.
The difference that Jesus has made in my life is a complete reorientation. If you told me that I was going to be a high school chaplain 15 years ago, I would have probably laughed in your face. I wasn't attending a church, and I'd never attended church. I'm not from a family of faith, so it was quite a dramatic turnaround when I found God. And now, 15 years on, Jesus impacts everything that I do, from the vocation that I've chosen as a chaplain, to the way that I parent and am a husband, to the way I interact with my friends and the community. I know that he's having a significant impact on my entire life and everything that I choose to do with it, hopefully, in the service of him and his kingdom.
The difference that Jesus has made in my life is huge. Jesus is my best friend, and he's the most important person in my life. With Jesus, I find that life is a lot easier to get through. You can talk to him about anything at any time, and he understands me so well, even when I don't understand myself. He's someone I can go to through good times and hard times. He's a constant friend, and I found in my own life experience that when you hit rock bottom, you know that Jesus is still there. And that makes a huge difference. And it's also lovely to know that God cares about us so much that he would send his son. And it's just, very special to have Jesus to do life with in all areas of life.